Each year, my sister Lori and I go on a sister's trip. In September of 2023, we chose Michigan. Western Michigan, specifically, and our first stop was Virtue Cider in Fennville, Michigan. Of course, a tasting was in order, and we got some to take along for the rest of our trip. After we got settled into our Airbnb, we headed to South Pier in Grand Haven so we could see the Grand Haven Lighthouse. The next morning, we had breakfast at the Village Baker in Spring Lake, Michigan. We spent the rest of the day down on the Grand River Harbor and exploring the city of Grand Haven. Mostly, we were sampling the food. By the way, Grand Haven is a delicious town. After exploring the city all day, we decided to spend the evening with the Grand Haven musical fountains. So we headed to Lynn Sherwood Waterfront Stadium to enjoy the free show. Oh, and we found some ice cream to top off the day. The next day we headed north towards Traverse City and wine country. Our first stop was Rove Winery. Then we headed on into TC for some shopping and everything cherry. Lori and I are fortunate enough to have a friend, Eileen, who is a native Michigander and met us for an afternoon of beer and lighthouse exploring. Couldn't leave the area without seeing the world record pie plate for the largest cherry pie. Day 3 started slow, but sped up quickly as we went to ride the dunes in Silver Lake with Mac Woods Dune Rides. After enjoying the dunes and getting a little wind blown in the dune buggy, we headed over to see the lighthouse. Day 4 was on to Holland and all of the great food and Dutch windmills you could ever ask for. When you travel to Holland, Michigan, you almost have to go to Windmill Island. One of my favorite parts of Windmill Island was the street organ. It was designed by the famous organ maker Carl Fry. It was built in 1928 and is really neat to see functioning. While booking our trip, we found Holland tasting tours. We walked all over historic downtown Holland and got to taste some yummy Dutch treats, as well as learn about the history, art, and architecture of Holland. One of our favorite stops was Holland Peanut Store, where you have to get a paddle pop. The last thing we did before leaving Holland was to go visit Big Red, the Holland Harbor Lighthouse. Thanks for coming along with us on our tour of Western Michigan in 2023. Please subscribe and we'll see you on the next one.